Due to it being Mental Health Awareness Week, I thought I would make a little video to talk about my own personal issues with mental health. Anyone out there talking about their battles, big or small, need applauding. I don't think this is true of me, however. All I ask is that you listen and make a small change to make yourself happy, or share this video with someone who may need to hear that they are not alone. My own personal fight started when I was about 18. I was working at a well-known supermarket chain and felt underappreciated and was, believe it or not, overworked. It was my first job. I didn't know what I was doing. On top of that, I had my own insecurities about the first serious relationship I had ever embarked on. With a combination of other situations that was going on in my life at the time, I reached breaking point, and I just completely snapped. I couldn't go to work, I couldn't leave the house, I couldn't function, I couldn't talk to anybody. I felt like I was completely alone. After one night of crying phone calls and seeing people and really hit rock bottom, I began to have a conversation with people about maybe speaking to the GP for help. I made an appointment, and as scary as it was, I went down to the GP. The GP offered antidepressant medication and some daily exercises to bring me out of the major funk I found myself in. The pills began to kick in, and I started to leave the house, see friends again, though I couldn't tell them about what was going on in my head. Men don't express their feelings well, and to other men, it's a stigma-ridden no-no. Another comment I remember clearly during the time is people saying to me that I'd changed. I wasn't as bubbly or as fast-witted as I once was, but it was nice that I was coming out of the house again and seeing people. My partner said similar sentiments, and I came to the conclusion that the pills had done it to me. I stopped the pills cold turkey because I didn't want to be that level person. I wanted to be that fun, bubbly person again, and convinced myself that the pills were the ones that took that away from me. But with every passing day off the pills, I genuinely felt better. I'm not saying pills are bad, and I do understand some people need them to feel level or happier about themselves, but they just wasn't the path for me. And over the years, I've come up with ways to cope. I still feel low, but there are strategies that help. Making this video, for example, talking to people. As time went on, it healed all wounds, and it began to heal some of those dark feelings I once had. And I'm a better person for that now. I would not be the person I am today but for those dark times. I can't really describe what I learnt from those times, but I'm sure people who know me have seen a positive change in my life, and a positive change in me. This was just a brief description of my early days struggling with mental health. I still struggle with mental health to this day. I have suffered trials and tribulations since these early days, and if anyone is interested in the next part of that journey, there are additional videos on this channel showing just what was going on in my head leading up to the birth of my daughter. Another stressful time in anybody's life. For those not in the know, my baby was born with half a heart, a condition known as tricuspid and pulmonary atresia, and she was diagnosed at 20 weeks. And so I, the mother of my child, and ultimately the baby, began that journey just 3 years ago. I used those additional videos as a coping mechanism to look back on what I was thinking in that moment. So many thoughts running through my head, it was just easy to talk to a camera. It didn't answer back, and I could listen back to it as and when I wanted, just to see for my own sanity whether I was thinking straight or not, I suppose. To look back on what it was I was thinking in the moment. So many thoughts running through my head. This was my way of keeping my mind and thought processes clear. To not worry anybody else. I didn't tell anybody about those feelings, just the camera, and ultimately made the decision to post those to help others, if anybody has indeed seen them. Please give them a look and share to people to let them know that if they suffer from any form of mental health issue, whomever they are, they're not alone. People do suffer. But there's a huge stigma about talking about your feelings. As human beings, we have to be strong. But no, if you feel like you have any problem in your life, know that there are people and organisations out there to listen. I'll pop a few of those organisations' email addresses and telephone numbers and contact details on the screen at the end of this video. Please, please, please don't suffer in silence. This is why we have Mental Health Awareness Week. It's so that it's an opportunity for everybody to talk about how they're feeling and to know that there are people out there to listen to you. Whether it's a close friend, whether it's someone on the end of the phone at the Samaritans, whether it's that fella called Dave down the pub you have a drink with. There is someone out there who cares for you. There is always someone out there who loves you.